guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited you were able to join me on this fine, lovely time whenever you're watching this. I mean, it's posting on a Sunday, but you could be watching this on a Saturday for all I know. Thank you all for coming and supporting me. I really appreciate you deciding to click on this video and watching it all the way through. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, and today we're building kind of a witchy family home. This is a limited pack build. I only used, I did use James Turner's random pack generator. I'll link that down below in the description in case that's something you're interested in, you want to go check out. I'm sure you've heard of James Turner's before. He used to be known as a Sim Supply here on YouTube. And he's one of the very first kind of creators that I started watching. But yeah, so like I said, this is a limited pack build, and so I used that random generator, and it chose Realm of Magic as my game pack. My stuff pack was Laundry Day, and then I had the kit of Storybook Nursery, I believe was the kit name, and then it's like the Gothic like kit, nursery kit. I think it's Storybook Nursery. I think that's right. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. It sounds right. And then and then the expansion packs were Life and Death and Growing Together. I think that's it. Is that 5? 2? Yes, that's 5. Those are the 5 packs that I used. And it kind of came together in this fun kind of witchy build. I used a lot of Life and Death and a lot of Realm of Magic, and we're building here in Glimmerbrook, which is the world that comes with Realm of Magic. Oh my gosh, words are so hard. I have spoken some today. I've spoken more today than I usually do sometimes, where I'm like, oh my god, I haven't spoken at all. But I've not spoken a lot in comparison to how much I normally speak. It's currently winter break for me right now, so I'm not actively teaching, and so I'm talking a lot less, but still not talking a lot. And we've pretty much got the entire outside of the build done. Yeah, it was just this small little witchy family home. It's built for some parents and then a child sim, I imagined, and then a toddler and an infant as well. Because those I had to have a whole bunch of family stuff beings that I got growing together, and then the Storybook Nursery kit. It just needed to happen. And yeah, we're just kind of getting everything finalized. I end up putting like some little, I don't even know what they're called. They're like little L-shaped bracket supports up on the top of the roof. I mean, it's still going to be a little bit here because I end up there's like not a matching stairs and foundation. And that is like one thing that little Simsy was recently complaining about that I like 110% understand. Like why, like the foundations in this game are trash. They're trash. Like they don't look good. Like why can't I have a matching, like I know I could make it look like one with a platform, but like that just sounds like a nightmare to deal with, and I don't want to do that. Also I realized that there's like not a lot of like fun exterior stuff that come in any of these packs, but I did use like the base game little L brackets I was just talking about, and there's not a matching stone texture to this like long driveway that occurs, which is equally as aggravating. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That is my motto right now. I'm like in the blur of time in between Christmas and New Year's Eve. These like 6 days. I don't know. I can't math. It's my vacation. That's my defense. Can't math is my vacation. But yeah, the outside's really coming together. I found these little, I was kind of worried because like, oh, I can't like Ivy would be so perfect on this build. And then I found some of them Life and Death debug, which is perfect. Putting some on the corners and then like turning it so it doesn't look like, obviously I couldn't use the same one because I have different corner pieces, but like them not being the same was really nice. And then here I am trying to find the trees and debug. I end up not even finding it at this point, I don't think, and I end up getting like some other stuff to put up around the front. Oh, I get this little plot up front, and I really would have wished, I think it's in Get Together, like the one like sandstone mailbox would have been perfect for this build, but I ended up using that one from Willow Creek. It kind of gives some enchanted vibes, like you might have it in Glimmerbrook. But yeah, then I pulled out these, I think those plants are from Life and Death with the black flowers, which are so cute. So cutesy. And there I'm putting the ferns off to the side. And it takes me forever to find, like, that ivy. I think it took me at least, like, a minute or two. Not the ivy that I'm currently putting on the wall. That did not take me that long. But the ivy that I ended up putting underneath those ferns. It took me forever. But the landscaping actually came out looking pretty nice in this build, which is not too terrible. I actually like when it happens. Oh, and I do these little iron fences around the shrubs out front. I think that turned out really, really nice. Yeah, the outside, like, isn't too terrible. I do think that I probably could have used, like, a couple extra trees. Like, I definitely don't think I'm that good at landscaping, but I think I give myself less credit than I deserve. Or, wait, yeah. Does that even make sense? I'm not sure. Like, I don't give myself enough credit. Like, I definitely am not as good as, like, some of the other builders, but I'm not terrible. What else has been happening with my life? It's just been, I haven't been playing, actually I have been getting back into gameplay with The Sims a little bit more now recently, which has been kind of fun. It's been a hot minute since I've done some gameplay. I had started, before I got back into my YouTube channel, like right after I had built my PC, I'd gotten into playing the Very Veggie Legacy Challenge, and I had just, my purple gen, my eggplant gen had just was towards the end of childhood, like when I kind of fell out of playing it, and so I just picked back up, and now he just had his first day of high school the other day, which was a lot of fun. And so I might be doing more of that, and I've also been playing some Overwatch, which is terrifying. And somehow I let a friend talk me into doing it, and now the parasites are infecting my life, aka Overwatch. But yeah, I literally am dreaming about it, which is terrifying. I hate when things infiltrate my dreams. It means I'm thinking about them too much. Anywho, now we're kind of getting into, like, I did the layout, the floor plan of it. No, I think I might have done some of it on camera, but I wanted it to kind of be closed off because I wanted it to be more of, like, a traditional home. The dining room and the kitchen end up being just, like, one big room, but I feel like that is still kind of traditional. I probably could have split it into again, but, like, I don't think it's that deep. And then I end up doing that really fancy flooring that came with Realm of Magic in the entryway. I have a little laundry room right there, just cut to it being done. And then I use a fancy bathroom set in this bathroom off the hall. I end up putting a shower in here. Not that, like, I foresee the shower getting used a lot, but in The Sims, it's always nice to have extra showers. I feel like you never can have enough showers, even though there's, like, 3 bathrooms in this build for the theoretically 3 Sims that would be of bathroom, quote unquote, bathroom age. Because, like, a toddler, I guess, needs a tub, and a toddler potty, but those are upstairs. And then, like, the child and then the parents are, like, the only ones who would, like, fully need, like, their own bath. And then the infant also would need a bathtub, and they have a changing table, so they don't really need a toilet. But yeah, and now we're kind of doing the entryway. I did a lot of chandeliers on this first floor. I think I have it on medium wall height, and that could be a good reason why I chose to do some chandeliers, just to kind of help take up some visual space. Also used this really fun fireplace from Realm of Magic. That's, like, one thing that's really good about these limited pack builds that I think I'm gonna start trying to do, like, once a month at least. Is it, like, shows you, like, some of these objects, like, you don't get to use. Like, I never use these Realm of Magic doors. And they're, like, not that bad. Like, they obviously have a time and a place, but, like, they're so fun and whimsical. And, like, that fireplace, like, just building something to be able to use all these fun objects that I don't get to use. And then also building something that's a little bit more, downloadable for people on the gallery, which is really nice because, honestly, a lot of the stuff that I build, like, I get not really more attention. I don't think that's the correct term, but, like, it does get, like, usually more downloads, like, than my YouTube videos get. So, like, in some ways I should be catering towards that because that's my primary audience. Not that, like, I even have, like, followers on the gallery. I mean, you can, but I don't think I have that many followers on the gallery. And here I also, similar to the laundry room, I also like cut out or accidentally didn't record the decorating of the living room, but we have like a get together sofa and a base game sofa. We end up going back and I put in a little like whatchamacallit. What is that? A dollhouse. Oh my god. And now we're kind of going in and doing the kitchen layout. I used these counters that came from Life and Death. And oh my gosh, they are gorgeous. And I think I've been using them quite a bit frequently. Wow. Once again, words do be hard. I've been using them a lot frequently, and I don't think that there is like necessarily a upper cabinet that matches these cupboards, like the counters, which was very aggravating. And I ended up doing like green on the top, which is also kind of aggravating because the green is a slightly different green than the countertops. But I do this fun circle island, and I like never do these. But I was like, why not? I have the space. Let's flow in a whole gigantic island in the middle, and I end up just putting a fruit bowl on it. Like, I imagine this mom is like at her wit's end. I imagine she's probably like a stay-at-home mom, considering she has not so many kids, but like 2 kids, a toddler, and an infant would be a handful. I don't know why I said would. Like, they are a handful. I've played The Sims before. I know that they are in fact a handful. But, oh my god, I just had a fear that this whole voiceover wasn't recording, so I had to go check. We're recording. No worries. And then I don't know if the dad, like, has a job, maybe as, like, a spellcast teacher, or, like, ooh, no, I've been reading I don't know why I say I've been reading a lot of fantasy, but I've been reading more fantasy recently, and I imagine that he goes to the realm of magic, and he's, like, the librarian. Well, when we decorate their room, you'll, like, see why I think that. And there's also, I mean, there isn't a lot of books here, but I imagine that he's like, I can't bring work home, but like still brings books home. But not like a crazy amount of books. But yeah, I ended up not overly cluttering the kitchen just because, I don't know, it didn't feel like it really fit this home. And then also with the packs I had, there wasn't a lot of like really, really good clutter opportunities. So yeah, I ended up just kind of having like the basics. I just have like a paper towel roll, a tea kettle. I also have like the decor for like I don't even know. Is that like another tea kettle? Not sure. Oh, I also put tissues in there. Interesting. And a rug. And then I ended up getting a plant and a trash can. I mean, I honestly like how this house came out. I'm very surprised at like how well. I mean, it was also really nice that these packs you're probably not even gonna believe me. Growing together doesn't really fit with a lot of these. But, it fits with the, like the Storybook Nursery, kind of, but, yeah, and now we're upstairs in the child's room. I ended up pulling out a bike, and then I give her a little desk area. I imagine she's really into, like, drawing and that kind of thing. I don't know if I've ever used this desk before, because I didn't really build a lot. Like, the end of my building days were a little bit, I guess, no, Growing Together came out towards the end of it, but I really liked this one because it, like, has all the, like, arts and crafts clutter pre-built on it, and then also has that little bag off to the side, and then I end up using these pom-pom curtains that come from Growing Together, and they're so cute. I think they're perfect for this space, and then I use the base game dresser. I end up moving that over by her bed because I didn't really want to give her a bedside table because this room is very tiny. I also give her that like picture of the realm. I imagine her dad, it's like, oh, that's where my dad goes to work. But yeah, I tried to size down the dollhouse in here, but for some reason I was doing that really, really weird shadow, and I just could not get behind it. So I ended up putting that down towards the bottom. Here, we'll see it in a few minutes. But I put it down in the living room, and I just give her a toy chest instead. We're actually going to see it, I think, like, pretty soon here, because I end up just kind of cluttering this hallway, and then we cut to, like, the next day that I was recording. Yeah, here's where I put the size down dollhouse. It, like, the shadow didn't look as weird in there, so yeah. And then we end up going into the nursery where the toddler and the infant end up sharing a room. They have this really fun like gingham print wallpaper, and then like the circles wallpaper, yeah, that is from the base game. And yeah, I used a lot of the Storybook Nursery kit. That's what I'm going with. I feel like it's right. We'll see. I mean, I guess we won't see. But yeah, I used the crib from it. I used the toddler bed. I used the rug. I used the infant playmat. I used the little drapery that goes around the bed. I'm actually very sad that they didn't have a a changing table that matches it. Also, the little toy mobile to hang above the bed. But yeah, I don't know. I also really, 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 really love the print of this rug that came with it. And then I ended up putting the playmat over the top just because I thought that it would be a better use of space that way. And you can always like move those playmats in game. So like if you want to like move it downstairs or wherever, you can move it where you see fit. And I did pop downstairs and put a little bit more kids clutter down there. And I also put a little raccoon stuffy right there, which is so cute, and a call to a Christmas gift that I made for a friend. And then I thought about using those pom-pom curtains again, but I was like, no. And then I used these green ones, and I actually kind of like how they're pulled into the middle. I was thinking about having them pulled off to the side because that's something I totally would do, but like pulling to the middle makes so much sense. And that little like tree decal that came from Growing Together is so cute over there. And then here I put up a dresser, and then I also put in this like there's a few things from Growing Together that really like pull like the space together. And so I'm kind of glad that I got Growing Together, but I like don't know what other pack. I mean, I'm sure other packs would have went well with it, but I don't know. I'm very excited to continue to try this because it feels like it's like pushing me to like make builds that I normally wouldn't make. Like I normally wouldn't make like a witchy build. It's not something that I'm necessarily drawn to, but totally like works and kind of pushed me out of my comfort limit and like showed me different ways to use objects, or like showed me objects that exist that I don't frequently use. And then we do this bathroom up here where I use the tub shower the shower tub combo, and I also use those towels that came from Growing Together. If I've said get together at all this whole speed build, I'm so sorry. It's Growing Together, but I don't think I have. But you never know. I also tried to find like a medicine cabinet to put above the toilet, or like a shelf or something, and I just could not find anything that I liked. So I ended up sizing down like a kitchen cabinet, cupboard, whatever you want to call it. I like had a preference for it, I remember, and now like I can't remember what my preference was. I think a cabinet is like the uppers and a cupboard is the lowers, is like what my brain defaults to. But then sometimes, you know how you just like overthink it and you're like, is that what I think it is? Am I saying the right word? That's me always. Like, am I saying the right word? I don't know. My brain is a mysterious place, a scary place to be. And now we're doing there's an attached bath in like the master suite over here because it was so long and I did not know how else to like separate it. But yeah, it like has kind of like this master ensuite kind of vibe. And I honestly even thought about giving them a newborn in the master suite as well, but I decided against it. I was like, with an infant and a toddler and a newborn, I would just be setting this family up for failure. But you totally could if you wanted to. I ended up putting a rocking chair over here in the corner because I figured maybe they like rocked their kids to sleep because there wasn't quite room to put one in the nursery. And then walked them over. And then there's also a telescope in here. I imagine that they like would take it outside and look at the stars, but maybe not always in the best weather to do so. Not that I have seasons when I was building these, but you never know. But we are getting kind of close to the end of the video. I am kind of cluttering up the rest of this space. Like I said, I had a rocking chair and a mirror and some fun toys for like the dolls, for the kids. I mean, Sims in a way are dolls. And there's that rocking chair that I said I was going to add. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking your time and spending this time watching this fun video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would mean a lot. I post every Sunday and Wednesday with a new speed build, and I'm entertaining the idea of maybe doing some Stardew Valley gameplay with the Stardew Valley expanded mod. We'll see. I don't know, that's kind of intimidating. But if that's something you guys would be interested in, totally let me know down in the comments. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And we're just kind of finishing up now with some terrain paint. I added a swing set and some boxes, some gardening boxes, and then a trash can at the very end. But as I was saying, if you want this at all, it's on the Sims 4 gallery, and you can get all the information down below in my description box. And I will speak to you guys next time. Bye!